Okay, so hello and welcome to Half-Life Alyx. So, this has been a bit of a nightmare to get recording. I've actually now started two different game saves. One of them I got to chapter 5, one of them I got to chapter 2. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go to the third game save that I have, which is currently on chapter 1, and we're going to play through that. So obviously I've already done a lot of this stuff before, so I will be familiar with everything as we are going into the game, which will actually be interesting because it means that I can actually walk around and explain some more stuff and explain some of the mechanics that maybe some other people have missed while walking through the game. The only thing that does suck about this is the fact that obviously this won't be my first time experiencing everything. Once we get to chapter 5 and onward it will be, but the initial little bit will not be. So, the game is actually incredibly loud for me, so I'm going to knock it down just a little bit. Now, hopefully, it shouldn't be overpowering my voice, but I'm kind of worried looking at the audio levels that it is, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to knock it down just a little bit, just so that my voice is a little bit higher on the levels, so just like that. So hopefully this should be good audio quality. We're in game, here it is, it's a beautiful game. And so what we're gonna do, first off, is I'll show you this is kind of cool. So there's obviously just the standard physics interactions, so you have your regular, like, stuff can go inside stuff, nothing is just like blocks, so you can actually like put your hand in here and whatever. You can also throw this over the edge, just like that, and let it go. You can also do things, have stuff bounce against walls and whatever. But kind of cool is that this bird actually has interactions as well. The second you throw something next to it, it immediately flies off in the other direction. So, yeah, and then here is the lovely world of Half-Life Alyx. It's really nice looking, actually. Even though I've already played many hours of this game, it's still beautiful even when you're just at the starting area here. And one of the things that really surprised me when I first did my first playthrough was this. So actually, before I forget, what I am going to do is I'm going to turn on subtitles, which they're already on, and I'm also just going to make sure that continuous movement is on, and I'm going to change the snap angle to 30 degrees. Oh, actually, I haven't played with continuous turn, but let's try this. How well does this work? Yeah, that's actually a little bit nicer, I think. So I'm going to keep that on, but what I might do is I might turn up the turn sensitivity a little bit more. Let's maybe turn this up to like 49, that's quite high. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's a little bit better. Yeah, kind of like that. Okay, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that. But the thing that blew me away was even just on here you have just like a basic drawing system, so you can just do something like you can have like a little stick man. There was some good memes of people who were doing like linear algebra classes on here, and they'd written all of their terms and whatever. I'm not going to go that far, but yeah, it's just really cool. Just little details like that blew me away when I was first going through it. So alright, let's get to this call. And I'll try and stay quiet during like any of these major cutscenes and all that sort of stuff.
Alyx, how's it looking up there?
It's good, Dad. Metrocop movement is normal. Same for the Combine patrols. How's it going in the stockyard?
One Combine mini reactor from a shipment of 4,000. They're never going to miss it. Here, see for yourself.
And not only that, someone's hacked into the Combine construction network.
Don't get greedy, guys. We're not made of time here.
1 minute and I'm out, guaranteed.
Oh, also, I spotted the Combine moving supplies into the quarantine zone. That place has been deserted for years.
That is odd. Well,
What
we'll look into it when we get back.
is this?
Meet back at the safe house, baby. We'll be there soon.
It looks like...
What is it, Russell?
Would you? Terrific.
Alright, so there we go. So the door has been unlocked. Now this took me the longest time to figure out when I was doing my first playthrough, was figuring out where the hell the door unlocked from. I heard the sound, but I couldn't find it for ages, so luckily you guys don't have to see me struggle through that. For the time being... So yes, this is cool. So that is, I think they're called Striders. I haven't actually played all of the Half-Life games before this, but yeah. So basically, it's connecting up a power rail to, I think that's called the Citadel. Yeah, really cool. Like all the environment in this game is just kind of nuts. Like it's just beautiful when you're looking at it. So yeah. All right, let's keep going. So here's another thing that's really cool that a lot of people missed actually when they first go through it. So this, if I turn it around, where is it? It says "not coffee" on it, and what it is, it's little snacks for this guy. And so I think these things are grenades from one of the Half-Life games. I think Half-Life 2. I think you squeeze them and then they blow up or whatever. But yeah, and then we have another little whiteboard marker that we can draw on here. And I don't... Does the globe move? Oh, it does move. I haven't actually looked at this. So Russia, and there's a bunch of arrows, and a question mark about Africa, and the Chinese Empire. It's a pretty old globe. Then we got the nice camera here that you can see in the bottom corner. Right down... Or can you guys see? Right down there? Yeah. Alright, let's keep going. Through here. And we'll go ahead and we'll just pop that button. And pop that.
Alyx, are we good? Yep, they got the reactor. Easy peasy. I'm headed back to the safe house right now to meet Dad. Go. We'll be in touch. Stay safe.
Nice. Good stuff. So yeah, so a bunch of the stuff in the game is interactive, and it just sets up like a lovely atmosphere as you're coming through this stuff. It's really dark, really gray. Definitely sets the tone for like a world in ruins. So nice little pigeon here. It runs away when you try and grab him.
Alyx, over here.
What is it?
This doesn't seem like a routine sweep. Are you sure everything went okay?
100%.
Something's got the CPs riled up.
Keep your head down and be smart.
Alright. And then they're rounding up a whole bunch of citizens. To cut through this way. So you'll see I'm doing continuous movement, but I will also do dash movements when I think it's going to save us some time, just because I don't think it's worth it to do it just to slow us down. So I will do dash movements when they are convenient. But yeah, so interesting thing about this game actually is that it wasn't originally designed to have continuous movement. So the dash movement was the original intention, and there's a section later on that I'll explain, and you can tell that continuous movement wasn't really planned until much later on. But first...
I just live here.
Probable anti-citizen. Get those hands off!
Wait. Don't shoot.
Area secure. Give us minutes.
You didn't steal anything.
Don't care. What did you see?
No one! I didn't see anyone!
Get it out and take him to the transport.
Dad!
Okay.
Hey, wait, no!
Alright, and we have now been captured. Now you guys, unfortunately, you guys see a different loading screen than I do. I see like a really cool loading screen with a whole like fancy map that shows like the main city, City 17, and like all this like cool infrastructure stuff, and you guys see an hourglass.
Where are you taking me? Where's my father? Hello? Damn it, where's my father?
Open up minutes.
Tell her to stop moving around back there. Stop moving. What is that? Get it! It's under the place. Get it! Follow the boy.
So me being kidnapped is turning out pretty well. Yeah, rip in pieces these two guys. I kind of like, it would be cooler if you would have been able to like get in there and like take their guns, but unfortunately no.
Alyx, you there? You've got to get moving.
Russell? I've been in an accident.
I know! I caused it, so technically not an accident. You've got to get moving.
Wait, where's Dad?
He's fine. Follow the drone.
So the first time that I played through this, Valve actually does a really good job of like forcing you to wait for certain situations. So that situation there, when I turned around and talked to the CPs, I made it seem like it really wasn't that long of a wait. But compared to normal games, they've really slowed down
So,
the pace.
Dad's okay, right?
Yeah, well, no. To be honest, he's in huge trouble. They've still got him. He was in a separate unit.
You saved me?
Well, yes. I had no way of knowing who was in which van, so yes, the result was that I saved you.
Do we know where they're taking him?
Criminal holding, and then, when they realize he's Eli Vance, to Nova Prospect. But I'm already working on a plan to get him back. You're close to my lab. Keep following the drone. We'll figure out what to do.
So yeah, as I was saying, they do a good job of
Russell,
really...
what did you guys find back there?
Well, that's the crazy thing. I don't know. Just blurry pictures of a building.
The Citadel?
No, something else. And whatever it is, they're gonna kill anybody who saw it. And anybody who knows anybody who saw it. Which means us and your dad.
Russell, just hang on. I'm almost there.
So yeah, anyways, like I was saying, they do a good job of like really building suspense in certain moments and really making you slow down when you're playing the game, which is kind of cool because it's like a novel concept that a lot of games you just kind of run through really quickly, and this game really forces you to kind of slow down and enjoy the environment, which I actually really like. It's made the experience a lot better for me.
Alyx, everything cut out for a second. I lost the headset video feed. Can you see my drone? Is it okay?
Sure. Yeah, I'll be there in a minute.
So this is the first section where you can tell that the game wasn't designed for continuous movement, because even though, so I can get over this railing here and whatever, but falling off on either side will instantly kill you, where instead of having just like a path where you have to go back around and then come back up the stairs and do all that stuff again, instead it just automatically kills you, because originally they had the idea of doing this, which doesn't allow you to fall off either side. And so yeah, just kind of an interesting thing, kind of a game design thing there. That's a little bit interesting.
Alyx, great. Okay, Okay, let's... Wait, my drone's okay, right?
Nope, it exploded. I'm fine, by the way.
Right, good, well that's the main.
Russell, they've got Dad.
I know. This is bad. They're gonna find out what he knows, and then... Yeah, they're gonna kill him.
Oh, God.
But, the good news is, we've got something they don't.
Which is?
My plan to get him back.
Great. Let's hear it.
Now, pretty soon they're gonna realise that your dad is not gonna talk, and when that happens, he's off to have his brain sucked out.
Russell.
Potentially. Maybe not, though. I mean, they could just drill into
Stop.
his... Oh, yeah, still your dad. Right, well, what they will do is take him by train from here. This is Eli to Nova Prospect.
And if he gets on that train, that's it, right?
Not necessarily. Grab something that represents us. Okay, that's you.
I thought you said us.
Well, one of us, me, will have to stay here for this plan to work.
All right, fair enough.
Just outside, there's a second train that also leads out of City 17 through the quarantine zone.
Okay.
Both trains intersect here at Fairview Junction. You take your train, get there before his train, and hack into the controls. That'll let me take over the system. Train comes to a halt, you deal with the Combine situation, and we get your dad back.
Sounds good. Where's the train I'm taking?
Out the back, through the yard. It's decommissioned, but I think I can hack into its controls. Oh, and get yourself a pair of Russells on the way out.
Russells?
The gloves, Alyx. You know, the gravity gloves. I have a few sets through there. You can calibrate them out by the shed.
Got it.
We can do this, Alyx. You got that, didn't you, that I said we could do it? Because we're gonna do it.
Yeah, we are.
I'm with you every step of the way.
Alright, here we go. I kinda wish you could just like get in here and like drive this car, but unfortunately not. Feels bad, man.
Alright, you know how this goes. There should be a bunch of junk down there. Aim at something with your hand open.
So that wording there kind of screwed me up the first time. So by hand open, I assumed he meant like that, and then you'd pull back in the grip. What he actually means is point with your fingers.
Use your hand to target something.
Just
yep,
like
you're
that.
tethered. Make a grip.
And then once you have your hands pointed at something, you just click and then pull.
Registered. Now flick your wrist to bring it in. Boom. Yep.
And
Try again.
once I realized that, that control mechanism is actually incredibly comfortable.
You're attached.
And
Make a grip.
super easy to use. So, yeah, definitely one of the best
Catch it. That's it. One
ways
more
of
time.
doing things in a game, and I'll say that it managed to really get
Target.
around
Alright, make it
the
first.
annoying part
Got
of
it. Just a little
dropping
flick of
something,
the wrist. You're
or
all
something
perfect.
being
We're done.
a decent enough distance
wait.
away that it's annoying
I
to deal
almost
with.
forgot.
Alyx, up here! You're gonna need a gun! Don't worry, it's unloaded. It's unloaded now! Oh, almost forgot. Guns need ammo. Here you go.
Oops. There we go.
I'm heading back to the con room.
But yeah, once you get used to it, it's like super easy to pull just like multiple objects, although those two collided, but you know, have multiple objects, grab those two off there. Okay, well, maybe a bad example. But another thing just to note about these hats, the reason I grabbed this hat, it's kind of a good meme, just generally, that you can put on hats, but these are actually super useful for some of the enemies later on, because there's barnacles that are stuck to the roof like there was in Half-Life 1 and 2, and they grab the hat first. So if you're playing through this game, always have a hat on.
Oh, you took care of that lock then. Good. Great. Did have the key for it, but should have given you that. That's on me. Alright, here we go. Next stop, Fairview Junction.
Thanks, Russell.
And good luck, Alyx. Goodbye. Obviously, just to let you know, I am still here, though.
I know.
Hello, Alyx? We might have a problem. Probably nothing to worry about, but... Did the train stop? It stopped, didn't it?
Yeah, what happened?
It's jammed. When the Combine shut down the quarantine zone, they must have tightened security.
Which means?
Yeah, you're nowhere near Fairview Junction. You're just outside the QZ. And this is as far as we get by train.
Then I'm headed on foot.
Good. I'll see if I can get you in some other way.
I got a dead zombie here. I thought the Combine sealed up the QZ.
This one must have squirted out. I've heard they've had trouble with barnacle swarms outside the containment area. But not about fellas like this.
Probably not a one-off then.
I doubt it. Would you look at that? Resin. And if there's resin around here, there should be a Combine fabricator. Keep an eye out. We might be able to upgrade your firepower a bit.
Alright, here we go. So, it's always good to look around in this game because resin especially is kind of hard to come by and is super useful for upgrades, so I will be keeping an eye out pretty much everywhere for resin.
Huh. I think I can reroute this with my multi-tool.
Your what?
It's a tool with multiple functions. So, multi-tool.
Alyx, that thing's incredible. You need an incredible brand name. Something that really sells it.
Who am I gonna sell it to?
The Combine's not going to be here forever. You should be thinking about the future, Alyx.
Well, how about I call it the Alyx?
It's a little derivative of the Russells, but yeah, provisionally, sure. The Alyx.
Yeah, the Alyx.
Well done. Oh, a health station.
Russell, the Combine use these. Are they safe for people?
Yeah, I use them all the time.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they're great. Look, honestly, just pull the handle and put your hand in there.
Hey, you were right. These are great.
So, let's just knock that barrel over. Stand on top. So, anything else? On the hunt for resin and ammo. Looking like a no. Whoops.
Oh, careful of that barnacle, Alyx.
Cool. Let me just oops, grab that.
How'd you meet my dad, anyway? You guys work together at Black Mesa, right?
Yeah. Well, no. Tricky place to get a job at, actually. I interviewed at Black Mesa. They said try again in a year. I don't need to tell you what happened after that. Lucky break for me, really. Not a lot of survivors. Honestly, it's a miracle you and your dad got out of there.
Take that. Okay. I might need another object. I don't think I can make it around this one. Maybe? Oh yeah, just about. No? No. Yeah, he's got a mag. I think there's also something under here. Yep. Gimme. Gimme. I think there's something in the bathroom, maybe? Or, no, there. Maybe in the bathroom? Oh, nice. Oops. Something in the toilet?
Do you need a minute? Because, I could pause the feed.
Just looking, Russ.
Alright, we're doing very good for resin. I don't think I've missed one yet, which is kind of nuts. Because I didn't even know that all of those were there. Nothing inside there. Anything over? Yeah. I really do wish this pulling mechanic, now that I've used it, I wish it was in more games, because my god, it's so nice. Like being able to just, well, I guess that's not a thing I can pull, but I think that cardboard box I can I not? Oh, yep. In fact, I didn't even see that resin. So, kind of glad that this thing exists, but it's so nice to be able to use this. I understand it'd be kind of hard to implement in other games, but really nice.
Yeah, that's where they keep it.
I'll look around for a control panel to open it up.
Alright. Yunk. Just in case you're wondering, I just tried unsuccessfully to stream this game, which is why I know where all of the resin is up until basically we get into the quarantine zone, and then that's where my stream died. So, yeah, come on. Okay, first of all, give me that. Second of all, let's just grab your lovely face. Grab you like that. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. Nice. There you go. And oops. Alright, let's give you the old barman's-y. Nope. Alright, well, that was a good effort at least. We'll just drop that down there. And then we'll just hop in there. There we go. Take that. Take that. Anything in any of these? No. Doesn't look like it. Oh, looks like there is something in here. Nice. Thank you. Oops. And I think there's something here. Don't remember where though. No. Oops. There we go. Nice. Already at 17. Jesus. That's kind of good.
That's the control panel. They've probably scrambled the circuit. But considering no one would be dumb enough to open the hatch, it shouldn't be too hard to put back.
So, let's pull that. Oops. Pull that. There we go. Okay.
You know, Russell, now that I'm walking into the quarantine zone, it just hit me. I don't know anything about the quarantine zone.
Well, actually, the word quarantine comes from the Italian 40 giorni, which means 40 days, the period that all ships were required to be isolated before crew could go ashore during the Black Death.
All right. Cool.
Nice. Yeah.
There we go, finally.
I'm gonna head in. How far is Fairview Junction?
You'll go through the old subway tunnels on your way to the train yard.
Have they started moving Dad yet?
I don't think so, which is good news because we've still got time.
Oh, that's great.
Or bad news because they've already killed him. And you don't need to move a corpse, you just bury it. Or burn it. Still there, Alyx?
Mm-hmm. Russell, are you seeing this?
Whoa.
All right. Here we go.
See, I wish you guys could have had my reaction when I first came through here, because goddamn, this environment is just gorgeous. So, yeah, wish you could have had the authentic reactions to some of these places, but man, even coming through here like a second and third time, this game is just so beautiful. Like it's kind of pale and gray and kind of like got like some dark undertones to it, but like the actual game itself is just gorgeous. And I wish you guys could see this loading screen, because this loading screen is really cool. But unfortunately, actually you guys just get a black screen. That sucks even more. I thought you got like at least a loading wheel, but apparently not.
Hey, Russell. I just found a loose syringe of God knows what. Is this medicine?
Does it have a skull and crossbones on it?
I don't see one.
Probably medicine then.
Also, one thing that I have learned with this game, any red barrels you see anywhere, always take them with you. They usually mean you're gonna get into a fight.
Do you hear that?
What is that? Oh boy.
Yeah, that's the way we gotta go.
No shortcut?
Yeah, that is the shortcut.
There we go.
Alright, that seems to work. Let's keep doing that.
Nice. Cool. Alrighty. Grab that. And this is basically where I got to during that last playthrough that I just did. So, everything from here on out is somewhat less familiar to me. But only somewhat. Any more ammo or anything? No. Okay, let's go. See if we can get that. No, not quite. Ugh. Grab that. And grab that. Anything else? Nope. Grab that. What are we at? Cool, 20.
Oh boy.
Yeah, be careful.
Is there a red barrel there? No, I don't see one. Kind of hoping there was. Get a head start on these guys. There we go. Nice. Cool. So there we go. Head crab zombies. Does this guy have anything on him? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Okay. Got him. No? Did that not? There we go. God bless the game trailer. I never would have noticed that otherwise. Grab that. Now the cool thing in this game is also how the enemies react to the environment. So I'll show you some of that later. But when you do get to actually seeing the head crabs, you'll see you can actually block the head crabs with like a brick. Or you can like wreck them by nailing them with a brick. So I'll show you some of that,
Alyx,
which is kind of
I
cool.
think that's a combine fabricator. Put something in it. I want to see how this thing works.
Got it. Will it work on the Russells?
No, but it should fix up that pistol nicely. Good thing, too, I gave you one of my lesser guns.
Thanks, Russell.
Well, you know, in case it doesn't make it back.
Tell you what, Russell. If I die, I owe you a gun.
You owe me a gun anyway. That wasn't a gift. That's my gun.
Come on. There we go. So yeah, so this is another one of the puzzles that's in the game. Now this is really cool as well. This is one of the things where you can tell that it's not only just a game, but Valve was pretty much thinking about VR the whole time, which is good for VR games. There's some other games that try to emulate game mechanics of other games and then try to shove VR in afterwards. These were definitely VR first puzzles, which I really appreciate because they're actually really cool. So you see basically you just get the lasers lined up with all 4 of these points and then you're good to go. And since we already have 20, I think we have 20 resin, as far as I know. We have 21 resin, not even bad. We can actually buy the first upgrade that I will buy. I'm not going to buy the reflex light because I actually find that I'm a worse shot with it than without it. Instead, I'm going to get burst fire. It's 15. Yeah, it's really good. But yeah, like all of this stuff, all these cool animations and stuff. God, it's so cool. There we
Oh,
go.
that really worked, didn't it?
Double click to turn on burst fire. Alright. I love burst fire mode. But I'm actually going to turn it off just for this. Just so I can do that, and I'll turn it back on for this. I've never actually used this mode, so... Nice. Cool. That mode works well. Jesus. Is there no red barrel here? Damn, I thought there was a red barrel. Okay. Let's clip. No. Come on. You seriously missed twice? Okay, at this point I may as well aim for his head. Shit. Oh, that was a bad idea. Where's that clip? There we go. That's what I needed. I just don't want to waste ammo this early on. Nice. Another bit of resin. Is there any more resin back there? I don't see it. Oh, hello. Okay, stand up. Come on. I don't want to shoot the red barrel yet. Shit. Alright. Like I said, they give you a red barrel, take it with you. Well, that was fast. No ammo. Okay. Let's just take that out. I thought there was more resin on the train, but maybe I'm wrong.
Nice shooting, Alyx.
Thanks. You know, for all your talk about what a Lester gun this thing isn't half bad.
Okay, now this, I just don't want to lose that to one of these guys because they can take them and eat them, which is really annoying. Take that. But yes, this burst fire mode is going to be super useful. I've never actually used it before. I bought a reflex sight initially the first time I played through this game, and I definitely regret that, I'll tell you that much. It's actually much harder to aim with it. I kind of wish I could remove it and get my resin back, but you can't, so not making that mistake this playthrough. Okay, let's grab the pistol out. So, I actually don't remember this part. Oh, hello.
Get crab!
Oh, see ya. Okay, anything in there? No, doesn't look like it. Nothing in there. Is there really no resin here? Damn. Okay, apparently not.
Where to go?
Damn it, give me my resin.
Ah! Yep, there it is. Found it. Probably only one of those.
Cool. So I'm going to show you guys this actually, which should work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this box, right? And the next one, which is right here,
Okay,
when it tries to jump at me, I'm just going to block it with the box. Jump at me, nerd. Or he's just going to run away. Oh, maybe it just runs away. Wait, no. Yeah, got him. Caught him with the box. So yeah, you see what I mean? So you can catch stuff with the box. No, it's stuck on my arm. But yeah, so all the physics stuff is interactable, which is really cool. Is there nothing else? Any more resin? Nope. No more free crafting mats? Feels bad, man. Oops. Ah, damn it, I really wish you could see these loading screens. God, they're so cool. But I'm actually going to turn around because I managed to flip myself the opposite direction. And there we go. Nice. So grab my hand.
Heard anything about Dad, Russell?
No. Radio silence since he got on the train.
Damn it.
Well, the good news is he's probably fine.
How do you know that?
Because they're taking him to Nova Prospect. That's the torture place. So they're hardly going to torture him before they get there. Fine. Logically speaking.
Cool. But yeah, you can also use those cinder blocks to do the same thing, so you can like block them. The first time I accidentally did it, because I saw one coming from my face, so I accidentally like just grabbed, I think it was a cardboard box, and I just went like that and like tried to block myself. And then I found out that you could do that, which is really cool. I actually really like that. So, is there one over here? Anything? Yep, that's resin. Anything else? Doesn't look like it. What's up, my dude? Got him. Nope. 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 Floppy disk?
That there is a floppy disk. We used to store information on them, with magnets, if you can believe it.
Huh.
Specifically, 2 micrometers magnetic iron oxide, 3 micrometers barium ferrite, 1.2...
Russell? How do you know all this?
I'm reading it here on my computer. I downloaded the internet before the war.
You downloaded the entire internet.
Most of it.
Nice.
Yeah, it is.
There we go. That's what I wanted. And let's grab that. I don't think I need it, but you know what? Let's take it. Can I store it in here? That'd be kind of dumb because I have a healing thing in there, but whatever. I'll carry it with me. Why not? Okay, I'm gonna glass the next one that I see. Or not.
Russell, are you seeing this?
Possibly. Are you seeing floating garbage?
It looks like it's just cardboard.
Right. Well, seems harmless.
Yeah. Weird, though.
Cool. So, anything else in here? I thought there would have been more stuff in here, but maybe not. Yeah, we did. The giant eye is now gone. Now, I've already done this puzzle, but I'm going to show you guys this anyways,
What is that?
just because it's kind of cool. So you can see green stuff's all over the place again. Basically gotta pop this open.
Whoa. More floating cardboard.
And then it creates another eye. But first let's take a look around, shall we? So this is basically all the events of Half-Life 1 and the first part of Half-Life 2.
It looks like pictures of Vortigons.
And
Wait, that one's Black Mesa.
Gordon with
Somebody
his crowbar.
spent a lot of time on this.
And then the Citadel. And I can't remember what this guy's name is, but this was the one who was like enslaving the Vortigons, from what I remember. Now this puzzle, I'm not even gonna lie to you, this puzzle the first time, I'm glad I wasn't on stream or recording for the first time I did this puzzle. This puzzle genuinely took me like 25 minutes to figure out. I'm exaggerating. It took me like 10 minutes to figure out. But basically, as you're looking dead ahead, you can see that there's like this layout here. I completely missed this switchboard as I was coming in. And so I had no idea what this was supposed to be, but what it's supposed to be is that you're supposed to hit this button and that button, just like that. So, there you go, there's your answer. Sorry, I kind of blew through that puzzle pretty quickly for anybody who's in there, but these sorts of puzzles are really cool. And the really cool thing about Valve is that they don't give you something obvious. Like, this wasn't incredibly obvious. This took a second for you to look around and like have to look at your surroundings and figure out where stuff was, and I really think that's really cool, and I wish that more game companies would do stuff like this, because it's actually really cool the way they did this. But more importantly, give me resin. Show me resin. Where be the resin?
Alyx, you alright? What's wrong?
I'm fine, Russell. What's up?
I'm losing your signal. Alyx? Alyx? If you can still hear me, keep heading in the same direction and try to get above ground.
Russell? Russell?
No. Anything in here? No. Damn it. Give me resin. All I want in life is upgrades. Please. Please giveth me upgrades.
This is weird.
God, this is such a cool environment. Love this thing. The way that this is shaped and everything. God, this is really cool. Alright, here we go.
Oh,
The Alyx fans. You received my messages.
I did?
Come, enter.
Okay, thanks.
You are welcome.
So, what's a Vortigaunt doing here?
Cooking.
Right, but I mean, in general.
I have a brain injury.
Oh, I'm sorry
My
to...
brain is injured.
That's terrible,
Ow.
and I hope... Look, I'm actually pretty busy looking for my father.
The
Eli
Eli
Vance.
fans. Yes.
The Combine have him, and I really do need to get moving.
The Combine. Yes. Do not go yet. I must show you something.
Look, I appreciate it.
This way.
I can't stick around.
It is important.
I know, I'm sure it is.
The Alyx fans must go this way. Anyway.
Okay.
Oh.
Just eating a bunch of head crabs, god damn it. Guess I can't pick that up.
The Combine and other of my kin. Hell, like the Eli fans. The Alyx fans will free them.
I would help. I really would, but the Alyx Vance is honestly very busy saving her dad.
You will not save him. He is dead.
What?
Or he will be.
Is or will be?
It is a matter of perspective. But Alyx Vance alone cannot prevent his fate.
Look, thank you for everything, but I really have to go. And I'm sorry, but I really don't have time for riddles.
No riddles. The Combine drilled here. I am severed from the vortessence.
I'm sorry. Look, if I can, if I run across your friends, I will see what I can do.
You have saved my kid.
I haven't.
Then you will. Courage, Alyx Vance.
Oh boy. Okay, so for me, the game is currently frozen, which is not ideal. So I'm having to look at this from my stream and figure out where I am. Again, not ideal, because I can't actually see anything. So I need to get to a point where I can save. Okay. Struggling to see. Nope.
I will help the Alyx Vance. Look to the northern star
Why?
for guidance.
Okay, thanks. Are you done helping?
I am not. Here. Sustenance.
I'll eat it later. Thanks for the help.
You will be welcome.
Oh, god damn it. Beautiful. Cool. So, again, I can't see anything right now. So I'm trying to do this off my side screen here. But if literally any enemies show up, I am going to instantaneously die. There we go. Cool. Alright, so I'm going to save the game here and call it a night. So, thank you guys for watching the first episode of this, and I will see you all in the next one.